Welcome back to the S&G Bookkeeping YouTube channel. And today we're going to be going over one of the fundamentals of QBO for your e-commerce business, and that being the chart of accounts. It's so important to understand the chart of accounts because it's essentially the heart of the accounting system of your business. What it does is it gives you a detailed breakdown of every single transaction in your entire e-commerce business and categorizes them into buckets so you can easily see and visualize everything that's going on the inside. Real quick before we jump into the tutorial, just wanted to remind you guys that we are offering a free 2-hour complete personalized walkthrough with us on Zoom, going over anything you are struggling with, particularly on QuickBooks Online. Now Arthur's going to walk us through the chart of accounts.
Inside of QuickBooks Online. So let's come up here to this top left-hand side and click on Transactions. At the top, you'll see these tabs. Just find Chart of Accounts and click on it. And you can see that this account type, or the buckets that I referred to it previously, are split up into a couple different categories. We have our assets, other current assets, fixed assets, our bank accounts, which we know are assets as well because the cash inside of them provide value for our business. Then we have our liabilities, our equity, kind of the owner's portion of the business, income, and expenses. So most businesses will have these 5 categories. Some may have others depending on how they run their operations. I actually attached a template to this video where you can see some of the various categories that you can have for your business with account numbers as well, which I'll talk about in just a little bit. So I do want to talk about one thing to help you with your chart of accounts, get you a better understanding of where you're spending money, where you're making money, and so on. And it's these sub-accounts. So you can see under legal and professional fees, for example, we have accounting, bookkeeper, and lawyer. And I know they're a sub-account because they're indented right here. You can actually do those sub-accounts by going up here, creating a new. Whenever you create a new account, you can just select this arrow or this checkbox right here, and it'll allow you to select that parent account. So, for example, when we were looking at that bookkeeper, if we were to make this a sub-account, we would select the parent account as legal and professional fees. I believe that's what it was called. Let's scroll down. Where is that at? Yeah, legal and professional fees. So that's one way to differentiate between certain expenses for your business. So let's actually take a look at that in the profit and loss statement. So if we scroll down to expenses, we can see legal and professional fees, and we have a little drop down right there, and it drops down these 3 sub accounts. And this allows you to group certain expenses together, get a better understanding of specifically where you're spending the most amount of money, and help you make some strategic decisions about where you can cut back on that spending. Or this can apply for your income as well, see which parts of the business are making you the most amount of money, so focus more effort on that. So let's go back to our chart of accounts to talk about the account numbers that I mentioned previously. Now, what these account numbers do is they basically allow you to differentiate between your assets, liabilities, and the other accounts we mentioned. In that template that I attached below, there's a sample of some account numbers that you could use, because for example, if you're looking specifically for your assets, they usually start with the number 1, liabilities start with the number 2, and so on. That's not necessarily the case for everyone. It's just personal preference, but that's kind of the basic structure that you would have. So whenever you're looking for an asset, for example, you can just type in number 1 in QuickBooks, or you can automatically, whenever looking at a bunch of accounts, you can look for the accounts that start with number 1, and you'll know right away these are my assets, and that should help you simplify your search for whatever accounts you're looking for, or entering certain transactions under other accounts. So you actually have to turn that on inside of QuickBooks Online by going to the gear icon, account and settings, and then go to advanced. Now, if you click anywhere in this chart of accounts, you can enable account numbers. You can also show the account numbers, so let's just click that for now. It basically allows you to display account numbers on reports and transactions, and that will be for your view only, so the customer won't see that. So let's just click save and exit out of that. Now, I don't think it loaded yet, so let's go back into, there it is, the number right there. So what you can do is actually just press this down arrow next to an account, press edit, and then enter the account number at the top right there. Or you can scroll up all the way, click on this pencil icon, batch edit, and then edit them all at once. So as you can see, I already added to our inventory asset because our assets typically start with the number 1. So let's just enter that one more time, 1,000, save. And now that we selected that setting to show it on our other forms, we can go to reports, and that inventory asset will be on our balance sheet because the balance sheet shows your assets. So click on that and scroll down. You can see that number 1,000 pops up in front of your inventory asset to help you categorize certain parts of your business and automatically find it, make it a lot easier to find those specific accounts that you're looking for. So I hope this helped you with your chart of accounts. I hope this helped you optimize it as well, get a better understanding of what it really is. And thank you.